It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Tayto Park. Starting off at number 10, we have Ladybird Loop, and no matter whether you are looking for your first ever roller coaster or just another credit, then this is the ride for you. Themed towards, believe it or not, a ladybird adventure. Before you even board the ride, you'll be blown away by all the humongous mushrooms and plants, really making you feel as if you are the size of a ladybird. But the ride does not bug me either, ding ding, with your ladybird car completing a figure of 8 formation whilst also spinning around. How cool is that? All aboard! As for our number 9 position, we have Steam Train Express, and despite many people not clarifying this as a so-called ride, I could not make a visit to the park without jumping on this beloved locomotive. Featuring a total of unfortunately 0 stops along the way, this ride is not for anyone looking to get from one spot to the other quickly. Nevertheless, with its many great opportunities to see rides and attractions, beautiful scenery, in addition to just having another excuse to sit down after a long day of walking, it doesn't need to have a stop to be one of my favourite rides at the park. Choo choo. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 7, as standing at a total of 10 meters tall, our number 8 spot, Shot Tower, is definitely not for the faint of heart, but nor is it for normal drop tower, as instead of just rising and falling, those who are brave enough for Shot Tower will begin the ride by, believe it or not, being shot up to the top, providing a fantastic view of the park and the surrounding area. But before you know it, you will then be dropped and bounced till the end of the ride. Do not worry though, as above you is a parachute to help make your descent scary without being too scary, if you know what I mean. Get ready for takeoff, as coming in at our number 7 spot we have Flight School, where, as you can probably guess by the name, you'll be able to jump aboard your very own plane and take flight on this very fun family coaster. Featuring a 2-minute long cycle as soon as you are boarded, and for the best experience we would suggest the front. You will complete some big drops, airtime hills as well as some bank turns, although it does not stop there, as you do not do 1 lap on this ride but 2, causing even the biggest thrill seekers in the group to put their hands in the air like they just don't care. For our number 6 spot on our top 10 list, we have Viking Voyage at the park, and if you are heading to Tayto Park on a hot Irish day, then this is a must-do water ride. Opening back in 2017, this new attraction is definitely a fan favourite, and for good reason, as on this ride not only is there a 60-foot man-made mountain, a Viking village and 5 Viking ships created by the same people who make film sets for programs like Game of Thrones, but this will also get you very wet, with its total of 3 drops, 1 being a turn drop, my personal favourite being a, spoiler alert, backwards drop, and a final giant drop at the end, finishing off the ride with a splash. Therefore, for all of these reasons and so much more, Viking Voyage deserves to be at the number 6 spot. Top 5, and coming in for this position we have got Air Race, one of, if not the most intense rides at the park, and here is why. In a nutshell, once you and the other thrill seekers have boarded the plane, you will then begin the ride by spinning around in circles. But the best bit is still to come, as you will then rotate upside down at the same time for the entire 1.5 minute duration of the ride, and you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that it is mega intense. The question is though, would you be brave enough to ride Air Race, or would you just run away from first sight? I know what I would do. From getting dizzy to getting even dizzier, if you could believe it, at our number 4 position we have Endeavour, and this ride took the word dizzy to the next level. Inspired by your typical Enterprise attractions, you will basically spin around faster and faster and faster until you reach 25 miles per hour. Although we are nowhere near done yet, as at this point you will rise higher and higher and higher while also tilting until you are flying at 60 feet through the air. So yeah, this is intense, but for the adrenaline junkies out there, nothing beats that soaring sensation, and therefore I think this ride is definitely a must do, unless of course you get very dizzy easily. We have made it to the top 3 rides at the park, and I apologise in advance as for our number 3 spot we have Power Surge, and believe it or not, you will get very dizzy. However, what I love about this ride is both its uniqueness and enjoyment factors, because of course it wouldn't be Tayto Park without the ride spinning seats attached to a spinning arm which is attached to a rotating and rising arm. But if you are in a group of more than 2 and you manage to face each other on the ride despite getting very, and I mean very, dizzy, it is so funny to watch your friends' faces, either very happy or not. Just remember, they can watch yours too. Between number 2 and number 1 it was tough. However, after a lot, and I mean a lot of consideration, we have decided to put Rotator at number 2. And before we even begin to talk about the ride itself, if you are faint of heart, we would recommend not even watching this ride, as it will sure give you the shivers. On ride though, well, this ride is sure anything but calm, with not only your car spinning, but also swinging up and down to a max height of 31 meters. Wow, that is high, and despite it unfortunately not going upside down anymore due to a customer vote, it still provides thrills that will never ever be forgotten. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and for the best ride at the park we have got no other, and I do apologise in advance for my pronunciation, the Cu Chalainn Coaster. And where do I start when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every good part, we would literally be here all day. But here are the reasons why I love this attraction so much. For starters, this is the largest wooden roller coaster with an inversion in Europe, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But in addition to the inversion, or let's be honest, 115 degree overbank curve, there is a really awesome lift hill with flags from all around the world on it, steep drops, airtime hills, bank turns, tunnel sections, and so much more. Therefore, in my eyes, a trip to Tayto Park is nowhere near complete without a ride on the Cu Chalainn Coaster. That is it from our top 10 video today. Of course, you will have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you have enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you would love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.